On the 13th of July in 1174, William I of Scotland, also known as William the Lion, was captured in the town of Alnwick during the Revolt of 1173–74 against King Henry II of England. The conflict was rooted in succession disputes among the royal families of England and Scotland. William I, known for his audacious spirit and leadership, sought to protect Scotland's sovereignty, rallying troops and allies against the might of the English crown. The conflict stemmed primarily from disputes between feudal lords and claims to power by Richard I and Henry II. The Revolt of 1173–74 emerged as a significant challenge to Henry II's authority, with William I emerging as a key figure among the insurgents, who sought greater autonomy from English rule. The year 1174 saw a series of battles that escalated tensions between the rival kingdoms. During this time, Henry II of England was determined to assert his dominance, leveraging his skilled knights and formidable forces to quell the Scottish resistance. His reign was marked by significant tensions with both rebellious lords and foreign adversaries. The Battle of Alnwick became a critical juncture in the war, as English forces laid siege to the strategic stronghold. It was here that William I, despite his tenacity, encountered overwhelming odds. On that fateful day, William I and his loyal followers made a desperate stand, hoping to secure their position against the English advance. The fighting was fierce, with the clash of swords and the shouts of men echoing across the battlefield. Despite the valiant efforts of William and his men, the well-organized and heavily armed forces of Henry II began to overtake the Scottish defenders. The tide of the battle shifted under the heavy onslaught of the English knights. By the end of the day, as the sun began to set, the capture of William I was underway. Soldiers surged forward, quickly overcoming the remaining Scottish resistance, their victory in sight with the leader of the Scottish rebellion within their grasps. William's capture marked a turning point in the Revolt of 1173–74, as it not only symbolized the defeat of the Scottish rebels, but also underscored the significance of royal authority during this tumultuous period in England's history. William I was taken prisoner and brought before Henry II, setting in motion a series of political negotiations that would alter the landscape of Scottish independence and sovereignty for years to come. The aftermath of William's capture resonated throughout England and Scotland, as news of the events at Alnwick reached far and wide, affecting alliances and shaking the morale of the Scottish fighters who still remained loyal to their cause. As a result of his capture, William I was forced to sign the Treaty of Falaise in 1174, which effectively made Scotland a vassal state to England, a significant blow to the aspirations of Scottish independence. This treaty led to the temporary loss of Scotland's independence, with Henry II exerting control over Scottish affairs, causing resentment and long-term desires for freedom among the Scottish people. William's capture and subsequent treaty created a foundation for ongoing conflicts and revolts within Scotland, laying the groundwork for future resistance against English rule and shaping the legacy of both William I and Henry II. Ultimately, the events at Alnwick and the fallout from William's capture would influence Scottish politics and identity, embedding a deeper sense of nationalism among the people as they continued to yearn for independence from English rule. In the years to come, William I's actions and plight would become a rallying point for future generations, inspiring legends and tales of resistance against the English crown, and highlighting the importance of loyalty and bravery in Scottish history. A legacy of this key event, marked by William's valiance and Henry's ambition, left an indelible mark on Scotland-England relations, where the desire for independence would fuel many conflicts in the centuries to come. As William I spent years as a prisoner, his captivity served as a reminder of the broader dynamics at play between England and Scotland, emphasizing the constant tug-of-war over power, territory, and identity during the medieval period. The implications of William's capture were profound, as they not only changed the political landscape, but also affected the morale and ambitions of Scottish nobles, who began to re-evaluate their allegiances and strategies in the wake of this dramatic loss. Through the years that followed, the memory of William I's bravery and leadership would inspire a series of movements aimed at reclaiming Scotland's independence, further igniting the flames of national pride amid oppression. The entwined fates of Scotland and England continued to evolve through various skirmishes and treaties, all stemming from the fundamental struggles laid bare during William's capture at Alnwick. William I, known for his determination, prepares to face the English forces at Alnwick, rallying his men with impassioned speeches about sovereignty and freedom, knowing the significance of the battle. As the day of the battle dawns, Henry II's forces prepare for an advance, understanding the stakes of capturing William I, which could turn the tide in favor of English dominance. The Scottish troops, emboldened by orders from William I, take their positions on the battleground, ready to defend against the advance of English knights. Without warning, the English cavalry charges, and the Scottish forces brace for impact, their resolve tested in the heat of battle. William leads a fierce counterattack, inspiring his men to hold their ground against the superior English forces, as the sounds of clashing steel ring out. Despite their courage, the overwhelming numbers and tactics of Henry II's men begin to take a toll on the Scottish forces. As the day wears on, the Scottish defenses weaken, and confusion spreads among William's men as they realize the tide is turning against them. William, witnessing the unraveling of his troops, rallies them for a final stand, urging them to fight for their homeland. In a decisive moment, William engages directly with Henry II's closest knight, both men clashing furiously amidst the chaos of war. Despite William's fierce efforts, he is ultimately outnumbered and forced into a corner, leading to his eventual capture by Henry II's forces. With their king taken prisoner, the remaining Scottish troops face a grim reality, their hopes for independence waning as they withdraw. Henry II stands victorious, surveying the captured Scots, his mind calculating the implications of this triumph for his rule over Scotland. William is taken prisoner, led away in chains, marking a somber moment in Scottish history and the conclusion of a crucial battle. News of William's capture spreads across Scotland, inciting anger and resentment among the Scottish populace, igniting feelings of nationalism. As Scotland mourns, William's bravery becomes a rallying cry, fueling the flames of rebellion and hope among his supporters. In the English court, Henry II deliberates the terms of William's imprisonment and the implications for his rule over Scotland. The capture leads to negotiations with William's captors, who begin to contemplate a treaty to secure peace between England and Scotland. As an agreement is sought, factions within Scotland emerge, debating whether to acquiesce to English rule or resist. Henry II ponders the prospect of making Scotland a vassal state, weighing the political advantages against potential rebellions. The implications of the capture resonate through diplomatic corridors, altering Scotland's national identity in wake of authority from England. As the Treaty of Falaise comes into view, terms are proposed that would bind Scotland under English rule, marking a decisive moment in the conflict. King William I addresses his loyal troops, igniting their spirits with powerful words about defending their homeland and their right to sovereignty. The Scottish forces, emboldened by their king's words, form a solid line in preparation for the approaching English cavalry, their shields raised high. As the English cavalry charges forward, the ground trembles under the weight of armored horses, creating an intense atmosphere on the battlefield. The Scottish troops hold their ground initially, with William himself leading a fierce counterattack against the incoming enemies, shouting rallying cries to inspire his men. Despite their bravery, the determined Scottish forces are backed into a corner, as the tactical prowess of the English knights begins to take its toll. In a critical moment, William confronts one of Henry II's bravest knights. Fierce combat ensues, but ultimately, William is overwhelmed by sheer numbers. William is captured, his hands bound, an expression revealing a mix of defiance and resignation as he is led away from the battlefield by English forces. With their leader captured, the remaining Scottish troops retreat in disarray, their morale shattered by the loss, casting a shadow over the once vibrant battlefield. Reports of William's capture spread throughout Scotland, causing heartbreak among the populace and igniting sentiments of nationalism and rebellion. In the English court, Henry II reflects on his victory and considers the implications of William's capture for his authority in Scotland. Negotiations for the Treaty of Falaise begin, aiming to establish Scotland's status under English rule and solidify royal power. The treaty is signed under tense circumstances, marking a crucial point in Scottish history as William's capture leads to Scotland's submission. William, now a prisoner, contemplates his next moves and the future for Scotland, while facing the reality of English rule. Scottish leaders discuss the implications of the treaty, fearing the loss of autonomy and plotting potential resistance against English rule. As news of William's captivity spreads, greater resolve forms among the Scottish populace, sparking a desire for freedom. The memory of William I becomes an emblem of Scottish pride and resistance, with stories of his bravery circulating among the people. Over time, William's capture and subsequent actions influence future rebellions, as his legacy endures in the hearts of the Scottish people. As Scotland grapples with the ramifications of the treaty, historical tensions between England and Scotland escalate, setting the stage for future conflicts. A legacy of William I inspires future Scottish leaders who seek to reclaim independence, a testament to his unwavering spirit. William's bravery and determination become a symbol of Scottish nationalism, influencing literature, folklore, and historical memory. In the centuries following the treaty, William I remains a figure of hope, symbolizing the enduring quest for Scottish autonomy. The events leading up to and following William's capture mark a significant chapter in Scottish history, emphasizing the struggle for independence.